clarinet players. This lesson is about lesson 6, page 6 that is, and also music reading. So on the top of page 6, they review the first 5 notes that are taught, and you need to memorize them. You can see which one is which by whether the circle part of the note, that's called the note head, whether it's on a line, with the line going right through it, or whether it's on a space. Here's some examples. Space notes, you can see they're right between the line, right between lines. And then the line notes, you see the lines go right through them. Okay, that's pretty easy to tell. And then you have to start memorizing which one is which. So we count music staff lines from the bottom going up. And that means this first line is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For the spaces, there's 4 spaces between the 5 lines. So this is first space, second space, third, and fourth. For the clarinet, you really only need to know right now the bottom 2 lines. So E and G. E is the bottom line, G is the second line. And also you need to know F, which is on the first space. Pretty soon we'll get to this one, A. Okay, we'll review that more. Now on the clarinet, a lot of the notes are lower than the staff allows. So what they do is they just add lines, more lines. Usually they'll be in the same color as the staff. So you can go lower and lower and lower. And here are some examples of lower notes that you need to know. D is right below the bottom line. It touches it. And then C is on the first ledger line, that little tiny line that they add in. And eventually we'll get to B. Okay. So let's look at that page 6, top, the yellow box. You want to memorize which line or space each note is on, what the letter name is, and what the fingering is. The little diagram shows the fingerings. Let's look at the first note, G, has nothing filled in. It is actually no fingers. The second note, F, is the thumb only. The E is thumb and first finger. D is thumb, and we call this 1 and 2 for top 2 holes. And then C is thumb, 1, 2, 3. It's all the holes of the top piece of the clarinet, this piece. So notice we do not put our fingers on this thing. That's like an automatic pad. It will go down when you hit this ring. So you don't put your fingers there. And right now we don't use this. We actually rarely use it. Okay, so take a look at Rolling Along, number 14. A good thing to do would be to clap and count it. You have quarter notes. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 etc. You have another line too for rolling along. The next thing would be look at those notes and try to figure out which they are. The first note is on the bottom line. If you look at your yellow chart at the top, find the one that has a note head on the bottom line, and it's E, the one in the middle. Okay, E, it tells you the fingering is thumb and 1. It's like a secret code, this thing is. By the way, if you learned note names in your music class for treble clef, that's what we're doing, same note names. So rolling along, the next note is D, and then C. And then we go back up again. We pick up this, and we pick up this and play it 3 times. So when you start adding more and more fingers, it's going to get lower and lower. Before you blow, remember, you tuck that in. You make everything in here hard. You don't want any mushiness, no air pockets. Make the corners hard too. And then you set it there. So here's Merrily We Roll Along. Excuse me, I just realized I used a different title. This book calls it Rolling Along. Rest. 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 Rest, rest, rest. The double bar at the end means it's over, it's done. All right. You can rewind a little bit and then play that along with me. You'll know I'm about to start when you see me breathe. Something like that.